All right, as promised, we have now managed to re-establish connection with Ms. Samantha Meyrick, the spokesperson for the IPSS Medical Search and Rescue team, the first responders that actually were on site at the collapsed Verulam building. So, Samantha, once again, we do appreciate your time talking to us. You were just telling us about how you commenced with your rescue mission early this morning. Go ahead. Welcome back.
Yes. Thank you. Sorry. So our teams arrived back on site this morning around 8 a.m. It took a couple of hours and they were able to recover the fifth body, the location of which we were able to identify yesterday. So he was recovered and identified by his family and handed over to SABC. The rescuers have spent most of the day clearing out the area of any dangerous rubble. There's a lot of rebar and debris, which we've had spent most of the day clearing out. We are going to be sending in the canine shortly and, hopefully identify any areas where there could possibly be more bodies. Depending on whether or not the dogs indicate today, we will probably, mark locations and return tomorrow. It is after 4 p.m. here on site. It has been extremely hot. The teams are exhausted. We're going into our third day now. So we're waiting to see the outcome of having the canines on site now.
Absolutely, Samantha. And I understand, according to earlier reports, you are now looking at potentially even being stationed at the site for a further 2 weeks even. Is there still then a search and rescue operation, Samantha, or you have now completely switched to recovery mode at this stage? Or there could still be hope of survivors still being pulled out from the wreckage? Because we heard the Premier also earlier on, after visiting the site, saying that they were actually concerned that there might be more people who remain under the rubble because there's still no official tally, like we spoke about, as to how many people exactly were on site when the building collapsed.
Sorry. At this time, yes, the number of official reported missing we have is 5. That's the number we've been working on, and that is the number of bodies we have now recovered. There are a lot of unofficial reports that there could possibly be more missing persons. So yes, we are working under the assumption that there possibly could be more people beneath the rubble. It is a massive site. I believe there are 4 concrete slabs that, that we are working against. We've only managed to break through the first slab. We managed to recover all 5 bodies. The cleanup of the site and possible recovery of further bodies, is going to be a long process from now. And yes, we have switched over to it being, a recovery process.
But Samantha, maybe just from your perspective, what is still outstanding pertaining to this rescue? We know now that, of course, the site had been officially handed over to SABC for further probes. So are you still now working, of course, alongside those that are now conducting a full-on investigation to try and ascertain to what actually led to the building collapsing?
Yeah, that is correct. It's now classified as a crime scene, and it has been since Friday when they identified, the first body. So yes, it is a crime scene. We work hand in hand and under, the supervision of SABC Search and Rescue, who are in control of the site. And yes, they have begun the investigative process, which, we are not privy to. We cannot even begin to, it's not our place to speculate what could have happened. Our job here is to, bring closure to the families.
And those reinforcements that were brought in by COGTA, Samantha, before I let you go, have they actually at least assisted you in ensuring that you do continue with your rescue missions so as to ensure that the structure at least is stable enough for your teams to go inside?
Yeah, no, absolutely. We've had engineers on site who've had a look at the structure. We've got high-ranking fire officials here who've all determined that the site is although not stable, is still relatively safe. But we are taking all precautions, ensuring the safety of our teams. Yes, it's been a massive team effort. The team, the guys have been looked after, well-fed, hydrated. We've had lots of power tools lent to us to assist in the recovery efforts from local businesses. So it's been a massive team effort from various organizations.
All right, Samantha, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much. As always, please continue with those rescue efforts. We wish you the best. That is Ms. Samantha Meyrick, who is the IPSS spokesperson there with a live update on their rescue mission out in Verulam.